Looks like I'm live. Hi. I used to fish a lot. Used to be a thing for me, and now I don't. Let me tell you why. And I'm thinking maybe this will at some point affect you, but not right away. It took me a while for it to sink in. So, here's why I used to fish and I don't now. I used to be a talk show host and talk about fishing a lot. And then one day, a caller called in and told me, Bradley J., that is cruel, actually. You throw the bait out there, you hook the fish right in the mouth, you drag it in, and you just throw it back. It's kind of being mean for sport. It's not like you're eating the fish most of the time because you can't keep them when it comes to stripers. So here's the thing. If I could keep and eat every fish that I caught, then I would fish. But if I have to throw them back, and I understand why I have to throw them back, but if I have to throw them back, then it's just cruel to take something out of nature, an animal, hook it in the mouth, scarring it permanently probably, and just throwing it back. That's cruelty for sport. There's no justification in terms of, I'm going to eat it anyway, so rather than buy it at the store, I'm going to catch it myself. Yeah, you're going to catch some, but a lot of them you're going to have to throw back, and it's just cruelty for sport. It took me a long time to figure that out. And I had to be honest with myself. It's interesting being honest with yourself when you start going there. You kind of have to stop rationalizing stuff that you've been rationalizing. It took me forever. Like when the listener said, "That's cruel," I kind of laughed it off, like, yeah, uncomfortably, and then filed that away in the back of my head, where you put uncomfortable stuff. But that's it. I'm not fishing anymore. Yes, I'll eat fish, but I'm not going to just cruelly catch them and throw them back. And especially if you insist on fishing, stop using treble hooks because they tear the fish's mouth up getting them off. You get 2-3 hooks in, and it's very difficult to get them out without ruining the fish's mouth, without damaging the fish forever, probably going to die. So there you go. Fishermen, I'm urging you to rethink the whole thing. I know you're going to say, Bradley J., you're not going to be comfortable just switching your whole hobby because I said this. You're going to pack it away in some area where you pack away uncomfortable stuff. But maybe as time goes on, you'll see that really you shouldn't do it if you're going to be a decent human. Sure, go hunting or something. If you need to go out there and catch your own food, go deer hunting. If you're a meat eater, fine. But catching them and throwing them back is just plain mean. Especially if you hold this fish up and take a photo of it. If you're going to throw it back immediately. Immediately. Because fish are gasping for air out of the water. It's cruel to keep them out of the water. It's awful. Imagine how, if some animal took you and stuck your head in the water and held it there. Same thing. Well, there you go. I sold my LL Bean rod and my Penn 450 SSG reel to some kid. And there you go. That's another thing. Another reason is this. I like walking on the beach, and I kind of get sick of just endlessly casting in the water. And it's kind of a pain. You go up to the beach, you set up your chair, you set up your sand spike, you put on your worm or whatever, you throw it out there. And sometimes there are weeds, and sometimes, the surf's too high, and it gets to be a pain. There's that, too. I'd just rather walk on the beach. If I see the fish, when I see a boil of stripers, I'll say, you know what? I made my choice, and I'm not going to bum out that I see a bunch of fish that I can't catch. So there you go. There's a lot of stuff in life that you may be rationalizing that if you're going to be honest with yourself, you might want to make a change. So there you go. Do I have any comments? No comments. That's fine. I'm surprised. Please feel free to comment. I'm sure I will have some detractors, and that's fine. But I feel real good about it, and that's what's important. That you're comfortable in your own skin. If you can continue faking it, rationalizing, and not letting it bother you, well, good for you, I guess. Not really. That's all. Sayonara. I leave you with a question that's unrelated. Do you think it's more likely the Earth will end? And this is a topic for another day. More likely the Earth will end from an asteroid strike or from nuclear war? The answer is nuclear war. The odds are pretty high. And I'm not saying that because of the Ukraine conflict. I'm just saying that humans are so messed up and so insane and so power driven. You're going to get some dictator, somebody with a lot of power who has a terminal disease or for some reason doesn't care about living or dying and wants to take everybody with them, and there you will go. Also, AI, as AI becomes more betterer, that also increases the risk of nuclear war. I don't need to explain it to you, I don't think. I shouldn't have probably added that on, but that's going to be a topic for another time. Why don't you subscribe and follow me so you get notified? If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, follow. And if you're on Instagram, God, I don't know what to do on Instagram. Okay, bye now.